gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 75 yards. First and goal from just inside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
The 2-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
It is good.
Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Lock now on 1st down. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
At the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 26. General, West. I 7, let's go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Shotgun snap to Locke. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Block working out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Right back to him on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. This one in for a Bears touchdown.
Complete to
Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Cowboys.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down. 24 is the mic. You're not ready. You're not ready. 24 is the mic.
Here's Locke to throw. This to Jarwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
He was
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
a gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Locke.
Come on now. Come on.
There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now to the air, Locke. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Back two, the Mike. Mike back two. Mike back two. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 552. Go.
On 2nd and 9. Locke under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
58. 58. Come on. Silver. 58. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
From the gun, it's Locke. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Here we go.
Clock now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Operating from the gun. Locke. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, it's Locke. And that will be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
At the 27-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Bears.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis.
Jackson.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Uncorks one for Davis, and this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a big one now. It's a big one.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
31-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 70 in. Get in the weight room. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Do a little night-night. Do a little night-night. Check. Ready.
From the gun, Locke outright completes it to Jarwin. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Blake Jarwin.
And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Chicago.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
At their own 11-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
At the 19-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 24 is the mic. It's our time. It's our time. 24.
On 1st down, Locke. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
24 is the mic.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Good. 19 yards that time for number 19.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy.
And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bears' 43-yard line.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Watch right. I got you, son. I got you, son. 24 is the mic. He don't know no better.
Operating from the gun. Lock. And this one is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. 3 buzz, 3 buzz. Echo, 58.
To throw on third down. Lock. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down. 24 is the mic. We ain't giving up nothing today. 24 is the mic. Defense, ready.
From the gun, Lock. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. Hands it off out of the gun. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Check 52 is the mic. Check 52 is the mic. I'm coming.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Lock. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 17-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lock. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Good. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throwing on first down is Lock. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Bears 28, Cowboys 17.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Under 10.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 20. A big play there for the Bears on 3rd.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, Locke. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Locke. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott. That'll bring up second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
What's tight? Tight is right. 3 down.
Throwing again. Lock. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Switch up.
Locke looks to throw it again. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's going to be a long day. 58, boy, 58. Come on. Watch the out.
Locke gonna go on 4th down. The catch made by Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
46-yard line.
Locke now on 1st down. Left side to Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
At the Bears' 44-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got him.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 19. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout down as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Locke. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
At the 34-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
He's coming. Double up. Check 43.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Jackson to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15.
Today's final score, Bears.
A lot of scoring.